Good morning. I promised you to do a little video on YouTube to launch my Christmas colors. I decided to also use this opportunity to announce the winners from the Spooky Mail. I drew the winners at midnight last night, and I have 3 prizes to give away plus 1 prize for Instagram. And the winners are this set of a bag and a project bag goes to Linda in Pennsylvania. I've already notified the winners on Ravelry, and I hope they can give me their full name and postal address soon so I can send these out. That's for Linda in Pennsylvania. I also have a skein of yarn from Midnight Cravings, and that's going to T. Chaffee on Ravelry. And I have another bag from Narwhal's Creations, and that goes to Heather in Maine. And there is a Sugar Skulls sock set headed to Teresa in Kentucky. I can't show you that now because I forgot to get it out last night and my son is still asleep, so I can't disturb him. But the sock sets are in my shop, and as I said, Teresa in Kentucky, and you've also been notified on Ravelry. And then we have the last prize for Instagram, and that's let's see, Mystery Sewer Sandy, I think that's your name, and it's this stitch marker that's really Halloweeny, so that's going to Sandy. And those are the winners, and the Grinch Mail started today, so I'll be putting up a thread in Ravelry later today, and it's the same as this one, and it's either green or selfish, and I'm going to do the same as I did with this one thread for everything. Now let's look at the Christmas colors. We'll start with the Christmas Eve cast on, this year's Christmas Eve cast on, and it's a sock set, and this time it's fine merino sock, 70 grams, and we have this bag from the Tangle Skein CA with a set of stitch markers, in all the colors of the rainbow, and these are headed into my shop today with the rest of the Christmas yarn. I only have 4 of these, so if you really want one, you should get ready. Difficult to see the colors, I'm sorry, and it's even more difficult to see what I'm doing. But the thing that's a bit special with this year's Christmas Eve cast on is that because I loved the light aqua in the fabric, there's light aqua in this instead of white. So that's the Christmas Eve cast on. I'll show you the colors that you've already seen last year first. I've added some Euromead one, self-striping, and Nixon on Highland Sport, fine merino sock, and extra fine merino worsted. These skeins are 115 grams, 230 meters. And as I've said before, this is a light worsted, so I think you could use this instead of a DK for a deep pattern that requires DK. And let's get on with this year's Christmas color. I'll just hold them up like this. This year's colorway I've named Rockin' Rudolph, and I have it as a self-striping. I'll put up a picture of the gobstopper ball because I didn't realize. I took the pictures for the shop and then I shipped off the gobstopper ball without realizing. Maybe I should have kept that for showing it on this video, but I'll put up a picture of what it looks like. I'm really pleased with this year's Christmas color because it's Christmassy but not too Christmassy. And I also have that on Corriedale sock and Polldale sock. And if you order the Polldale sock and your skein looks like this, no need to panic. I just had to reskein it so you can tell the difference. The yarn looks exactly the same. It's just I had to reskein it. Another thing I had to do, this is a bummer, but I realized while I was skeining these up, while I was twisting up the skeins, that 2 of the skeins had knots in them. For all I know, maybe I've sold skeins with knots in them before. I don't mind knots, but because I saw them, because I noticed them, and I'm not sure how you feel about knots in your yarn, I've reduced the price for 2 of the skeins, and it's these 2. There's one merino and one Polldale that unfortunately has knots in them, and that's 50% of the yarn because I only dyed up 2 of each. Again, I'm a small batch dyer. I can't afford to have large amounts of undyed or dyed lying around. If these sell immediately, I'll of course dye up more, but to begin with I only have 2, and the 2 with the knots in them are put up as separate listings marked seconds, just so you know. And that's this year's Christmas colors. And I finished, I did the sweater parade. I already recorded it and edited it. That's difficult to say. And it's going to go up on Friday the 4th instead of a podcast because my son is here. So I'm not recording on Friday. And I'm also going to change things a bit because I'm not going to wait another 2 weeks to record a podcast. I'm going to record a podcast next Friday. And then the next shop date will also be next Sunday, the next ordinary podcast. And that's, I suddenly realized something. I had one more thing to put into the shop today, in today's update. But it's not a Christmas color. It's these. It's Corriedale, Chaotic Good on Corriedale. Instead of waiting until the next shop update, I'm just going to put them up today. So I can clear away all the yarn that's lying around and put it into storage. So that's the winners for the Spooky Mouth and the Christmas yarn. And I'll see you on Friday, even though I already recorded it. And I can't think of anything more to say, so I'm going to stop now, stop rambling, and get on with my day. I hope you have a really nice day and that you like this year's Christmas color. Bye bye.